you very much, Mr. Biggs.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I thank each of you for being here with us today. Last year, I participated in a panel on space in Arizona, in which two major missions were a major focus of the conversation. And one of those missions is OSIRIS-X. It's being led by the University of Arizona and has already made contact with the asteroid Bennu. Another mission called Psyche, which will head out to an all-metal asteroid of the same name, is scheduled to launch in 2022. That mission is being led by Arizona State University, notwithstanding our, the recent developments on bribery and getting into universities, and they didn't want to go to ASU. That's a shame if they were interested in space or partying, apparently. But you will see that there's a common thread to both of these missions. They're both university-led missions. OSIRIS-REx came in on time and on budget, and so far it looks like Psyche's on time and will probably be on budget as well. So my question to you, our esteemed panel, great knowledge and experience on this panel, and I am delighted to be able to ask you this question is, given that university completable missions have an impressive record, do you think we as policymakers should encourage more of these joint efforts like this? And if so, what do you see as the best way to facilitate that, both from the policymaker point of view and also from the agency point of view?
Principal investigator-led missions, and I'm a big fan of both of the missions. You mentioned Psyche and OSIRIS-REx, incredible missions that are really going to help us understand the fundamental building blocks that made our own planet. These PI-led missions at NASA, whether it's in planetary science, astrophysics, heliophysics, or earth science, where we do have competed lines, NASA does have competed lines, though you are right, those missions have a wonderful track record of coming in on time and on budget. And part of the reason is those missions have to go through a pretty rigorous proposal process. And so when I spoke earlier about that upfront costing of a mission and the effort that has to go in, that's a big reason why those missions tend to stay on budget. They go through a rigorous competition process, and they really have to hone their estimates. And they don't tend to try to do things that are really pushing technology, really pushing what we can do. Face it, when you look at the design of James Webb, it is pushing every technology from the sunshade to the mirrors themselves. And so you're going to get into trouble because there's so many unknown unknowns. With PI-led missions, that's been driven down to a much smaller box.